Well, folks, we're at it again. We're making more cheesecake. Every time I make cheesecakes, I like to make them and share it with you and show you how they come out. Now, I made a recipe for a bread pudding. It's on YouTube. It's got about 2,000 hits already. That's not a lot of hits. It's been on there like 2 years, but out of all the recipes, people seem to like that bread pudding, custard bread pudding recipe that I made, that I got from a book, or when I went to school, one of my school books. Well, anyway, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna add 3 kegs of this cream cheese. I like to use Philly cream cheese. If you don't have Philly cream cheese, well, just whatever you have. I'm not advertising for them, but that's the best cream cheese you could use. So we're going to break this down. I don't have a fancy kitchen, folks. I don't have a professional editing equipment. I don't have technicians next to me. But I bet you this cheesecake is better than all those fancy kitchens on Channel 13. I guarantee you that. I learned this in school from one of my teachers. They gave me this recipe. It's the best cheesecake recipe I have ever made or eaten. We're gonna break down this cheesecake. You don't want to beat it too fast now, because you don't want to make a souffle. I don't want to make a souffle when it goes into the oven. And we break it down, and we add the sugar, and we add 3/4 cups of sugar. I'm not in my house. I'm at my son's house, and he has no kind of equipment in here to make cheesecake with. I'm using a pot. All my bowls and everything are in my house. Straight down the side. I'm going to mix it on low speed because I don't want it to incorporate a lot of air, and when I put it in the oven it comes out like a souffle. It happened to me before. It looked like the blob rising inside the oven. Now I'm going to add 8 ounces of sour cream. I added some of the whey that was in there because this is a funny sour cream. I hope my cheesecake comes out good. And when I put it in the refrigerator, it went down to like 1/4 less than what it was in value. Now after I have my sour cream and I incorporate it very well, I'm going to add my eggs. We use 6 eggs. I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. 1 egg. And we mix it well. more eggs. That's the second egg. Third egg. Put it on the side. Make sure you got everything. This is the fourth egg. You may believe that this is the sixth egg because I'm using 5 eggs because they were jumbo eggs. And I don't want to make a souffle. Sorry about that, folks, but I'm trying to work with 2 hands. Now we scrape down the side. Mix it well again. We have to have 1 more 3/4 cup of sugar. I should have added this sugar, this other 3/4 cup, with the cream cheese. But I usually do this when I'm going to make it's a 3/4 cup. I make this and I split the eggs, the egg whites, and the egg yolks when I make a French style cheesecake. And I save this part of the sugar for the egg whites. But I'm not making it like that. So we add the rest of our sugar. And remember, 1 3/4 cup and another 3/4 cup. So it's 2 3/4 cups of sugar. Don't mix too much and get too much bubbles in there because you don't want that experience of why your cake came out like a souffle. So I'm going to split a lemon in half and squeeze it in there. Nice half a lemon. Take out the seeds. Monster style, I call that. Let me get a napkin. We don't have fancy editing, we don't have fancy stuff, we don't have fancy equipment. But I guarantee you this is better, comes out better than all that fancy stuff they make to make commercials with. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. A nice capful of this wonderful vanilla. Pure vanilla. Vanilla and lemon, it just makes a wonderful aroma. Beautiful perfume. Maybe I'll try to make a perfume out of that one day. I'm a very innovative person. I might just take a crack at that. Who knows? So now, since I didn't want to break the film, and I want to make the whole film, now we're going to add we're going to make our breadcrumbs. Not breadcrumbs, I'm sorry. Our cookie crumbs. I make these out of, what was that? I'll remember in a minute. I like to book it down with the back of a measuring cups. Because it has a nice flat surface, round flat surface in the back. So I got my son here. He's my technician right now. He's holding the camera while I make this. Now, you remember the recipe, right, folks? If you don't remember the recipe, go into the channel, you'll see it. I don't need people to go into my channel. I don't want people to go into my channel like to get a lot of hits. I want people to go into my channel. I think my son is telling me I got 1 minute left. I want people to go to the channel that want to make these recipes that are way better than most of the recipes that I have seen on a lot of people's channels, because they're trying to make this to get hits. I don't care about hits. I care about quality. I have a few people out there that have tried my stuff and they like it, and that's good enough for me. I'm not into that advertising stuff. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to advertise for the game people, and every time they get hits they get $10 or something like that. For 1,000 hits they get $10. I don't care about the $10 or the 1,000 hits. I care about people calling me up and saying, well, I made all that like a guy called me the other day. He emailed me and he said, he even called me boss. He said, boss, I like that recipe that you make with the bread pudding. That bread pudding recipe. It tastes wonderful, boss. Hey, that made me feel better than they have given me $10 for 1,000 hits. Because it's something that is good. This is good stuff. You're not going to get this recipe from nowhere. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. This recipe is better than Junior's from Brooklyn. You don't know about Junior's from Brooklyn? Oh, my son says I didn't talk about how to make the crust. You know how to make crust. Simply grind out some cookies in the blender. Add some butter. Some confectioner's sugar. I like to add a little cinnamon to mine. And you're in business. So now, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it set. I'm going to let it set in the refrigerator until... That's simply it. It's 6 eggs. An 8-ounce tub of sour cream, 6 large eggs, 2 3/4 cups, 2 3/4 cups of sugar, half a lemon squeeze, if you like lemon, a wonderful aromatic pure vanilla extract, and you will make a cheesecake that is unbelievable. Now we're going to bake this cheesecake at 470. I'm going to bake it at 470. You do it at 450. I'm baking it at 470 for 20 minutes. Then I'm going to lower the heat down to 220 for an hour and 50 minutes. That's it, folks. I'll get back to you in a little while when it comes out the oven.